Hello everyone! In this video I'm gonna show you what you need to get for your private pilot license training. Let's start with studying material. So I think most important book in your training is this Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge, and it contains all the information needed for private pilot license training. It is a thick book and it's like all the theoretical part is in here. And additionally, you may also need some advisories, also your plane handbook and some other FAR AM and some other stuff from FAA, different advisories, different regulatory documents. And this book is Airplane Flying Handbook. This is same as this, I would say, like same important, but this is more practical side of your training. All maneuvers, takeoff, landing, emergency procedures, everything is described here. And before every time you go flying with instructor, you should read this book and study the appropriate topic. For example, if you go train stalls, you should read everything about this exercise and all other stuff. So these two books are most important, I think, and they're also available online on FAA site, and it's free to download PDF version. But I personally like to study from paper book. Also, a lot of flight schools or instructors tell you to get online course, for example, Sporties or King's School. But if you are good at self-studying, if you're disciplined, then you can just get these two books and study by yourself. My instructor told me that I don't need to get any courses, and he has his own training plan that he gave me, questions that I need to answer for every chapter, every topic. And after I study for one topic, he checks my knowledge. So what I'm trying to say is usually online courses don't really cover many details, don't cover like in a very good way. If you want to have a good deep knowledge and good foundation, then you should study yourself. But you need to be disciplined, you need to take your time, you need to be patient, and you need to be good at self-studying. So you also need to read and study your plane manual, you need to read different advisories to have better knowledge. Next thing, and very important, is a logbook. So I have this, it's called SP40 Burgundy, and my instructor recommended me to get this logbook because it has more pages than, I guess, usual one. And here's my logbook, here's my flights and some ground school that I did. Yeah, this is a very important thing. I think I should take photo of pages and keep it just digital copy of this, because if you lose it, it's very, very bad. Next thing I want to say is sunglasses. I think it's very important to have sunglasses, because when sky is clear and you fly, it's very uncomfortable to be without sunglasses. So you can just get any sunglasses. I have this one. I ordered this from China for like $15, and I think they're somehow UV something protected, but it works for me. Next thing is plotter. So I didn't fly cross country yet, but my instructor told me to get it because this is needed for flight planning later on your flight training when you start flying cross country. So this one is needed, and also these maps. First one is sectional aeronautical chart scale, and second one is VFR terminal area chart. Sectional chart is also needed when you fly and you need a map. At the beginning, it's better not to use apps like ForeFlight, which tell you where to fly and which shows you map, because it's better to learn first on the map like this on the papers. So for now, when we're just practicing maneuvers, I don't need these papers, but Later on, I think I will need it for flight planning and for cross-country flights, and I'm a little bit worried about how am I going to use it because everything seems so complicated now. They're not expensive, they're like $10 or $8 each. Next thing you may need is a knee board. I have just like simple knee board like this with knee holder here and just clip like this, and I have all the checklists here so that it's more comfortable to review them. For example, here before landing, then after landing, securing airplane, and here I have some text that needed for ATC communications. Next thing you need is a flight computer. So earlier pilots would use manual flight computers, but I think it takes a little bit of time to calculate everything manually, so I would recommend electronic one. I have this CX3 from ASA, and this is approved to take for your FA written exam. Of course, you can use manual flight computer, but I thought, why would I spend extra time during my exam if I can just use electronic one? It looks like this inside. Let's turn it on. It costs $110, I think. It may seem a little bit expensive, but you will use it a lot, so I think it's worth it. And you can calculate everything here. Next, and I would say big purchase, is a headset. So I have cheaper one. I bought it for $150 on Amazon. It's called Core Headset and it has 5 years warranty. I used it a few times already and I like it a lot. I think it's a good quality. It's comfortable, and I didn't notice any difference between the green one that I was using from my instructor. So if you just started your training and you don't know if you're going to continue or not, then I would say don't buy headset yet, because usually instructors or schools provide extra headset for you at the beginning. After you know 100% that you're going to continue with flying and get your license, only then you should get a headset. So there are different headsets. Some like expensive ones cost $1,000, $600, $400, and different people recommend getting, some people recommend getting expensive, some people recommend getting cheaper one. But I would say if you don't know how your flying life is going to be later, for example, if you plan to just get private pilot license and fly for fun or see how it goes there, then you should get cheaper one and spend the rest of the money more for flying. But if you know for sure that you're going to become a CFI, you're going to get your commercial license and further on, then I would say get a more expensive one. And next thing you need is a keychain which says remove before flight, just to show everyone that you are involved in aviation, that you're a pilot. I'm joking now. This is just, I got it because I like this keychain and you don't need it. Okay, so I think this is it. I think I showed everything. Write comment if I missed something. I hope you liked my video. Thanks for watching. Share, leave comments, and bye bye.